Welcome to our town hall today to kick off Faith and Fundraising 2026. My name is Mike Nevergall, and I serve as the Vice President for Advancement at North Park University, right here in snowy Chicago. If you haven't heard, we are setting snow records this year, so I hope you're delighted to come join us in February. I also am the immediate past president of the ACF Board of Directors and the conference, the liaison to the conference committee this year from the board. We are so excited about Faith and Fundraising 2026. I hope you are too. This will be my 15th Faith and Fundraising conference this year, and it has truly become a highlight of my professional year. I know it will be for you as well. Our conference steering committee and all of our planning committees have been hard at work for months now, planning what is going to be an epic conference. We have a fantastic lineup of keynote speakers, workshops, master classes, and of course, plenty of opportunities for fun and fellowship around the great city of Chicago. I'm particularly excited because we're going to be right back here in my backyard in Chicago this year, right downtown on the Magnificent Mile, Chicago, home to Navy Pier and Millennium Park and the Sears Tower. Don't let anybody tell you that we call it the Willis Tower because nobody actually calls it that. We are so excited to welcome you back to the great city of Chicago this February. Bring your skis, bring your sweaters. It's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy, but we're going to warm one another's hearts because it's going to be a great experience. I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. You're going to have a great chance today to hear about all the details of the conference, how they're coming together, how you can invite your colleagues and friends into the conference. And so to get us started, I'm going to turn it over to our conference steering committee chair, Chantel Corey. Thanks, Chantel.
Thank
Well,
you, Mike. And I just,
Chantel, real
yes,
quick, I'm gonna just have a few remarks and then I'll pass to you.
yep.
Okay, thank you. So, Mike, thank you so much for that warm introduction. And I want to thank you all for joining us. I am so excited to see you today. I am Shasta Foy, ACF's Executive Director. And I just want to share that Faith and Fundraising 2026 is a moment for the entire Association for Christian Fundraising community to come together with purpose, with momentum. This conference will include leaders, fundraisers, communicators, ministry partners, and the many organizations that we serve. Our members come from faith-based and secular settings alike, but united by one calling, and that is helping generous people experience the joy of giving. This conference reflects the ACF we are becoming, clearer, more aligned, and more intentional about how we serve and how we lead. Now, I got to tell you, this team has been pouring into every detail, and what you're going to hear today reflects months of creativity, discipline, and collaboration from leaders all across the country. They have built a program that feels fresh and meaningful, and one that is designed for the ACF we're stepping into, one that is clearer in its purpose, stronger in its community, and ready to grow. So I welcome you to a brand new day for this mission-driven and faith-rooted organization. I am grateful for the energy and the heart that each one of you brings to this work. And I know that once you see what's in motion, you're going to feel exactly why Chicago is the right place and why 2026 is absolutely the right time. So, with that, I'm going to turn it over to our conference steering committee leads, Chantel Corey of Midwest Mission, coming to you from Pawnee, Illinois, and Ashley Shoup of Concordia Lutheran High School uh, down south in the Houston, Texas area. They'll walk you through what we've been building and what's in store for all of you. So, with that, Chantel and Ashley, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Shasta. And we want to first thank Shasta and John for their incredible leadership and how they have put these teams together to serve you and create, as Mike said, an epic conference for 2026 in our great state of Illinois. And we are so excited that Midwestern hospitality to show that to you when you arrive and come. And your planning team has been very hard at work, and we have some very committed and dedicated servants who just want to increase your capacity, want to re-energize you, want to make sure you feel connected and feel loved on. We know that we need to pour into you so you can pour into others, like Shasta said, so people can experience the joy that comes from giving. So we want to introduce those to you right now and talk about some of those highlights for our planning committee that we have that they've been hard at work at. So
First, hi, everybody. Go ahead.
go ahead. Ashley Shoup is serving as our vice chair for the steering committee. So welcome, Ashley.
Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be helping this year. I have been going to Faith and Fundraising for the last 7 years, and I come away every year with something meaningful, and always with a new friend. I think that's the best part of the conference is usually the connections that I come away with, but also the speakers are always incredible. I love that I come home with the presentations handy on my laptop. So I am looking forward to going to Chicago. I have never been, so I can't wait to see all the things and taste all the foods. So looking forward to seeing everyone there, and I'm loving seeing familiar faces on my screen right now. So I'm excited to introduce the curriculum co-chairs. We have Kendra Hernandez and Ashley Weehee, who have been planning ahead of time to get all of our curriculum set up. So I'm going to let them speak a little bit about that.
Great. Thank you so much. Well, first, I have to give a shout out to the curriculum committee. Thank you all that were involved in the planning of this year's curriculum. We are excited to be able to announce the lineup of breakout sessions as well as the lineup of key speakers, as you see on the screen, earlier than we have in previous years. So as you're making your decisions to attend, just know that you can take a look online at all that we're able to offer this year here in Chicago. Some notes I just wanted to mention on our featured speakers. We're excited to welcome 5 keynote speakers, but also there are 6 on your screen. You'll see them in different areas of the conference. Some might be in panels, some might be doing master classes, and some might be on that keynote stage. I don't want to give all the secrets away just yet, but folks like Sarah Lomelin will be talking about faith, community, and collective power. Bill will be talking over trends in fundraising at a keynote, but is also doing a masterclass on big ideas for big donors. So come early. Another early masterclass we have is with Chester Santos, who will be doing memory skills mastery for networking, learning, and leadership. And if you missed the masterclass, I'm so sorry, but he will be at the final panel on the last day. Just some other things to note is that Bridget Smith Burton will also be joining us, as well as Sherry and Koshi talking over the authenticity in the age of artificiality. Some awesome topics that are going to be covered. And also, I can't forget Shirley Brooks Jones, who will be doing a spectacular conversation at our gala on one of the nights of the conference. So I will pass it over to Ashley to share more about our breakout sessions.
Thanks, Kendra. We're really excited for this year. We opened it up and you guys came in full force. We sadly had to turn people away because we had so many submissions, which means we are so excited about the breakout sessions that we're able to offer this year. So we've broken them up. We have 7 different sessions with 6 options in each session. And so we have breakout tracks this year. So you can kind of look at them and be like, okay, well, my job really leans toward this, or my job leans toward that. And you can follow it, or you can just have a better sense of what each breakout session is supposed to be. So this year, our tracks are annual fun, data and AI, leadership and professional development, major in plan giving, and marketing and communications. So you'll see that John posted the schedule in there. It's already done. You can check it out. If you haven't registered and you're kind of like, well, I'm trying to figure this out. Do I want to be a part of it? Well, obviously the answer is yes, but check out the schedule because then you can know exactly what you're getting into. And then also make sure and download the Hoover app. So that is a great way for you to go in and select the sessions that you're interested in. It builds your schedule out, and then you can know that you're ready to join us in February. And living near Chicago, it's not that bad. Chicago knows how to take care of the roads, knows how to take care of the weather. So come prepared with your sweaters, but know that you're going to have a great time and actually maybe be a little bit warmer than we were in Myrtle Beach last year. Thanks. And then, John, I think I'm handing it over to, sorry, hospitality with
No, it's
Carrie.
okay. Next up, we can introduce our hospitality co-chairs. We have Carrie Brown, Heidi Rixman, and Olga Sarah Duke.
That's right. And I have the pleasure of introducing you to our wonderful venue and letting you hear a little bit about, as you've already heard, we will be at the beautiful Marriott Magnificent Mile Hotel. We are going to be on the 7th floor, and once you step off the elevator, you will see us. The registration will be located on the left side. And let me tell you, it is a classy and cozy hotel with lots of nooks for connecting with one another and rooms where you will continue connecting and also learning. And from the sounds of the variety of speakers and sessions we have, it will be hard to choose. But please know that my wonderful co-chairs and I, Carrie and Heidi, who you will hear about in hear from in a few minutes, as well as anyone from our hospitality committee will be available at all times. We'll be walking around and we'll certainly be at registration should you have any questions about anything. And it is our privilege to welcome you to this conference and really a joy to plan it. And I will let Carrie talk a little bit about what you can expect and some of the highlights.
We have several attendee experiences planned throughout this conference, including our early welcome reception Sunday evening. We are doing it a little earlier in the evening, so if you're there Sunday, stop by, meet up with old friends, new friends for a light drink and a snack before you head out to dinner in the Windy City. We wanted to make sure we gave everybody time to experience some of what Chicago had to offer, to wear your sweaters. And I'm going to turn it over to Heidi to talk about another event.
And then on Monday evening, we are going to be having our launch party, and that's our official kickoff for Faith and Fundraising 2026. So come prepared to meet and greet your colleagues and grab a drink and an appetizer. There'll be more about the theme of the party coming up over the next couple of months. So stay tuned, and there'll also be some more discussion and information for how there will be networking opportunities built into each of these areas, especially at the launch party. And I'm going to pass it back to Olga.
Amazing. I have to apologize if I look down or over here is because I'm trying to capture everybody and like make eye contact with everybody, which is very hard on screen, but please bear with me. I genuinely look forward to meeting every one of you. And what I will talk about next is something I'm passionate about because of the way I was welcomed into this conference a couple years ago. And I do see some familiar faces, and John in particular is one of those favorite faces to me because he was very warm and hospitable, and that really and Matt too, by the way. Matt and John like are my MVPs um on hospitality and again how I was welcomed. So what I will thanks Matt for that heart. I I am so happy to talk to you that we will have a newcomer social that will be available in one of the suites on Tuesday night. So you can stop by before going out with friends for dinner. We do not want to be in your way of, getting out the door and experiencing Chicago, no matter how cold it will be. Chicago has a lot to offer, but we do want to make sure that you have a touch point, like an extra touch point with us. So that newcomer social will be informal, and you can just stop by for a light snack and a drink, and again stay for a chat, ask any questions. But I will be looking for you, and also please come find me, because this is one of my favorite things to do is welcome new people and extend again the warmth of the welcome that I received, and which is why I'm with ACF today. So please know that that is something that you can look forward to, and there will be a newcomers forum on Monday. I hope I am saying that correctly, but the day before the newcomers social, there will be a newcomers forum where we, again, you'll have lots of information uh, at your fingertips about all that this conference and being a part of this wonderful organization has to offer. So Carrie, will you tell us a little bit more about some networking opportunities?
Absolutely. We'll have numerous networking opportunities available during the 3 events that we specifically mentioned. Everybody is welcome at all these events. We want to let you know there'll be alcoholic as well as non-alcoholic drink options available at all the conference events, maybe even a specialty mocktail for possibly the launch party. We'll see. We'll let you know. We'll also be looking for volunteers for various tasks, such as our fundraising, or excuse me, our registration and room session hosts. So you'll be seeing those on the Sign Up Genius coming out closer to the conference. It's a great way to connect with other people, to meet new people. So keep an eye out for this information on how you can volunteer at the conference. And I'll turn it back over to Heidi real quick.
And just to wrap everything up, what to wear for this conference. So business casual for the sessions and something nicer for that last night for our gala would be great. And don't forget to bring a warm jacket and take advantage of being in the downtown Chicago and all the activities that are available. Thank you. Gonna pass it back to someone.
Great. Thank you so much, Hospitality, for all your work. We are very much looking forward to finding you so you can welcome all of us. It sounds exciting. All of the things that you guys have worked so hard on, we really appreciate it. That is going to be amazing. I'm going to introduce you guys now to our sponsorship co-chairs who have also done an incredible job of getting sponsorships to host our conference. I have Marty Bemler and then Danny Ward.
Hi, everybody. As Mike said, welcome to snowy Chicagoland in virtual space. So thanks to my partner in crime, the amazing sponsorship team members, of course, leadership of Shasta and John and the conference team and the board. I am absolutely thrilled to, first of all, share my thanks to our sponsors and partners who are on this call. Both longtime partners and brand new partners for supporting Faith and Fundraising 2026. On behalf of all of us, we appreciate you so much. As of today, I am so thrilled to tell you, as you can probably read on the screen, we have more than $71,000 in sponsorships secured, seven exhibitors, 12 sponsors, and we are not done yet. We have 75 days to go, and we have opportunities ranging from exhibit space all the way up to event sponsorships within the conference itself, master classes and more. So If you know someone who we should be talking to, let me know. Happy to take tips and referrals. And if you are someone we should be talking to, just send me a message and say hello. We'll get someone on our team connecting with you if you haven't already. But we are very excited. We've got a lot of momentum. We're planning to keep that moving forward and working to achieve our goals. So thank you all again very much. And we'll see you in February.
Thank you, Danny. Again, that's a lot of hard work, so it's very much appreciated. And next, we have our recognition chair, Matt Sheffield.
I am psyched to be with you guys, and thank you so much for this opportunity. We feel we have a very fun committee, so I'm not going to make statements. I'm going to ask questions. Do you like making someone's day? Do you like surprises? And do you like honoring your mentors? If you answered yes in your hearts, silently or out loud, on mute to any of these three questions, then nominating someone for one of our 6 awards is on your to-do list in the next 5 weeks. We would love your nomination for the Virgil Anderson, the Jay Blakey, the Spirit of Giving, the Heart of ACF, the Outstanding Executive, and the Creativity Awards. Thank you to our committee members that are listed in the chat. A special shout out to Stephanie Wollenberg, who is working on a Google form, which is going to make it simpler. We are also going to accept run it back. If you've made a nomination in the past, you did all of the legwork, and you say, I want that to be considered for 2026, we're going to work with you. We're going to show the ACF heart, and we're going to make that happen. So simply do that. The deadline, Friday, January 16th. Cannot wait to see you in Chicago. I'm psyched out of my mind, especially for the snowball fight. It's been a minute, but I'm ready. I'm going to start practicing. Thank you all.
Matt, that was a wonderful way to think about it. I'm excited, very excited about recognition. The award center is always a wonderful night, and it's really lovely and special to see all of your friends and peers and recognize everybody. So that's really beautiful. Thank you for that. Next up, we have our worship chair. I sat in on a call the other day, and I have to say I was super excited about some of the things that they were talking about and some of the different areas and just the way that they were thinking about the different ways that people worship. So I am excited to introduce Lisa Rigoni.
Thank you, Ashley. We are excited. I have an amazing team of visionaries who are leading the charge on the worship committee, and we're going to be working to make sure we have a worship experience of some sort each and every day. And a lot of that is going to be at the main stage this year rather than in rooms set aside. So we're excited about those kinds of things. We also will have a prayer or contemplation room, so people can go and kind of have a quiet time, a quiet space if they want to engage in that way. We already have Paul Bill Jr. He is an artist that happens to go to my church, so he'll be leading the worship, the music experience, and I will drop a couple of links in the chat so that you can go and listen to his style if you'd like to do that. We might have some drama, we might have some praise dancers, we might have just all kinds of different experiences. And again, we have so many people on the team who are going to be lifting everybody up, and we're going to make sure that we're being respectful of all of the different faiths that people will bring to this conference. We know it's not a church service. We know it's not a church conference, but we do know that we are all based in the tradition of faith, and we want to make sure that that is loud and clear and everybody can be safe and unified in this time and in this space that we're going to be having. So those are some of the little teasers and tips of things that we're going to have. Not everything's been solidified yet, but it's going to be, and we're going to have a blast.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And then after that, we are very excited to be having a service project in addition to the other things going on at Faith and Fundraising this year. And I am going to let Chantel talk all about that.
Well, My name again is Chantel Corey. I'm the executive director with Midwest Mission, and we specialize not only in helping people and making an impact for people, but we also focus on the people who serve with us. And this conference is all about the joy of generosity, and generosity comes in that financial way, but it also comes in the time that we give and the service that we do and the joy that comes from serving. So we're going to have the opportunity to celebrate the joy of serving, especially for people who we know are very busy in their careers and in their family life, to have that time to just connect and make some student kids or some hygiene kids or some meals for the hurricane victims of Hurricane Melissa. And so through our organization, that opportunity will be available for people to go and engage. And we're just, like Lisa said earlier, trying to engage all the ways of our faith, and to bring the Holy Spirit into everything that we do, because we know that when we invite the Holy Spirit into that, we can multiply what our goal is beyond our imagination. So we're excited to bring that. And I just wanted to also, like, the curriculum team, they were ahead of schedule all this time, more sessions ever. So that team did a great job with that. Our hospitality people, you can see how energized and excited they are and how they have such a passion for welcoming new people, who is a huge group that comes to our conference each and every year. We have a lot of new people, so that's why there's a lot of focus on that. And getting them to stick around and stay is how we grow our organization and how we grow this conference. And in a climate that we all find ourselves in the United States, what a better thing to do than bring people together and bring people together and help them grow, that are people that celebrate the joy of generosity. So, and then our sponsorship committee, they are way ahead of schedule too on what they're doing, but we encourage you to exhibit. I know personally with my organization, we got 3 different people that were exhibitors there, organizations that we now work with after going to the conference last year. If you're not exhibiting and you have an organization that you think would benefit from that, I would really encourage you to do that, because it is impactful. We look to Faith in Fundraising Conference as somewhere that's vetted people, that they're going to be there. They're somebody that cares about that faith and that cares about doing things right in business. And so we look to that, and it was a great resource for that to help us, because there are so many different organizations out there that do the same thing, whether that's a CRM to fundraising to helping you do ads. But having those people there, I know that's the first place we looked, people who are supporting the things that we care about. And then our recognition committee, I know I sat with them and they said sometimes they're not always getting as many nominees as they'd like. So if you are hesitating, do not hesitate. Go ahead and nominate. We are looking for people, and nobody is ever upset that you nominated them for an award. Go out there and recognize people and share the joy of your colleagues that you have them working with them, and build them up. And it's also, you'll feel even better about it as well too, because when we help others, it makes us feel even better. And as Lisa said, with all the different worship opportunities, we are so excited to bring worship into every piece of what we are doing. And we know that that's going to get us in the right mindset, invite the Holy Spirit in to help us in what we are doing, so we can grasp more, do more, be more energized, connect more, all of those things that when we invite God into the work we are doing, we can see multiply in mighty ways. And it's also just going to be a great way to start. We are just going to be uplifted and energized, and you're not going to get tired at all in this conference sitting around. You're going to be energized and revitalized and connected. And so we're so excited for that team. And we're going to have a whole worship team, a whole worship group. So it's going to be a real treat this year with all these different committees. And then last of all, that service project. So we're excited to bring all that your way this year. And we encourage you, what a better gift to give yourself or someone else, or to encourage somebody else, than a registration to the Faith and Fundraising Conference, something that can really multiply what you do, help your organization. I know for me and for my organization, we know that it was an incredible investment of our time and our resources, and that when we came back, we felt ready to hit the ground running. We were given the correct tools to do the job we needed to complete that we didn't have before we came to the Faith and Fundraising Conference. And the speakers and the people that are running the sessions were so approachable. And I can't tell you how many people were also encouraging me to reach out to them afterwards that were wanting to be a resource for you and wanting to create that network. And as fundraisers or as pastors or as other professionals in this industry, sometimes it can get really lonely, and sometimes you're wondering if what we're doing is making a difference, because we're not, taking bits and pieces and creating it into something. We're doing this sometimes very long-term work where we don't get to see the fruits of our labor right away. But when you get to be surrounded with people in a room full of people who are also believers, who are also doing the same work, who are also being revitalized and passionate about what we do, you will be too. And it's a great way to go back to your organization and do more for yourself professionally and do more great good in this world. And the Lord knows we need as much good as we can get. And so thank you all for the career paths you've chosen. Thank you for being committed to it. And thank you for being encouraged. And I know you're going to go out and register for this conference. And so we encourage you to do that. And Shasta is going to tell us more about that.
Thank you so much, Chantel. And I am in awe. So just wow. What a brilliant and exciting lineup of activities that are in store for everyone. And Matt Sheffield, I will borrow your words. I'm psyched. I am ready to go. I cannot wait until February 23rd in Chicago. And once again, thank you all. What you just heard represents some of the strongest volunteer leadership that I have seen, rooted in strategy, aligned with our mission, and carried by people who truly believe in this work. So Faith and Fundraising 2026 is really taking shape because our community is stepping up with excellence, with intention and real commitment. We are building an experience that reflects the depth and the calling of this vibrant network of believers and partners who stand with us. So thank you for the groundwork you've laid and the momentum and the buzz you're creating. And with that, I am going to hand things over to ACF's 2025-2026 board chair, Jerry Pat Gabbert. Jerry Pat, the floor is yours.
Greetings, everyone from Northwest Indiana. Great fundraising inspires generosity, and that inspired generosity can solve the biggest problems in the world. Thanks to Dave first for that quote, but I really wanted to begin with these words because they capture the heart of why we gather as a community. At ACF, we know that fundraising is not just about resources. It's about inspiring generosity that transforms lives and communities all around the world. Every conversation that we have, every lesson that we share, every connection we make is really an opportunity for us to live out our calling. Thank you to everyone that is planning this wonderful gathering and learning experience. I'm psyched too, and I'm really thankful to everyone who is joining us today. We're truly grateful for your time and your engagement. Town halls like this remind us that ACF is more than just an annual conference. We are a community committed to faithful leadership, generosity, and impact and meaningful impact. As we look ahead to the Faith and Fundraising Conference, I invite you to take a few meaningful next steps with us, as you've heard about today. First and foremost, join us in Chicago. You'll be right on the Mag Mile where there's world-class dining and iconic shopping. Did I mention shopping? And we're just steps away from the rich conversations and transformative learning that will happen as part of this Faith and Fundraising Conference. Registration is now open with early bird rates available through January the 8th. The conference, as you have heard all about today, is being thoughtfully designed to offer practical tools. No doubt there'll be meaningful conversations and really a space for us all to reflect on the great work that we do. When planning your visit, please note that hotel reservations should be made by February 2nd to secure the conference rate. And I'm hearing that right after that, those rates really climb high. So you'll want to make sure you make those reservations by February 2nd. So, second, help us expand our table. Invite colleagues, encourage emerging leaders, share with your networks about the opportunity to join us in Chicago. The richness of this gathering really comes from the depth and the diversity and shared commitment of those who choose to be a part of our shared experience. Third, consider being a sponsor. Sponsorship is more than just visibility. It's really a tangible investment in the growth and formation and sustainability of faith-based fundraising leadership. All conference details, including registration, sponsorship opportunities, hotel information, and all of those key dates can be found at faithandfundraising.org or, of course, in the links that you're seeing in the chat. And finally, fourth, coming up very soon, don't miss the webinar with Cherry and Koshi this Thursday. It really offers an excellent preview of our keynote themes and the curriculum that you can expect in Chicago. And that link is in the chat as well. We are genuinely excited to gather in Chicago this February. And since it is the Windy City, we recommend coming prepared, ready to learn, ready to connect, and wearing a coat that takes its job very seriously. The weather will likely be brisk, but the conversations will definitely be warm. The idea is energizing, and the community is always exactly what we all need. Thank you for being a part of the ACF community. We look forward to seeing you all bundled up in Chicago in February. Thanks again for taking part in our town hall today, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Back to you, Shasta.
Thank you, Jerry Pat. I appreciate the remarks you shared. And so we'll move along in the program to our Q&A. Chantel is going to cue that up for us. And so feel free to ask any questions you may have been pondering, drop them in the chat or come off mute, and we'll do our best to get you the information you need. Chantel?
All right, let's open it up. If anybody has any questions, you can raise your hand or just take yourself off of unmute. Well, as somebody that doesn't like the cold, I still go to Chicago every year at Christmas time because it's worth it. The city is worth it. And if you're at a good conference, you know, most of the time you're not leaving the building anyway. So you just got to get from the airport or the car into the hotel, and you'll be nice and warm and cozy. So, and we have so many events planned that you won't even have to leave, or you won't have to go far. That's for sure, to get world-class everything. So, Ursula McClure wants to know, is there a shuttle from the airport? John or Shasta?
That's a great question. We are going to delve into that process soon. So Ursula, just hold that thought, and we'll be communicating that detail as the promotional emails continue.
I can assure you that almost all of the downtown and Mag Mile hotels do have shuttles from O'Hare and Midway.
Yeah, there's plenty of shuttles, just not a unique shuttle for us.
Yeah, and depending, we have two airports there too, with Midway and O'Hare, so that might be a little bit more difficult and a little bit more costly as well for that. So I would definitely look towards the hotel, and we can get you more information on that as well, like Shasta said.
Yeah.
Kendra Hernandez asked if folks have special musical talents or want to be more involved in worship, what opportunities will there be?
Lisa Rigoni.
Yeah, I was just typing it in the chat. So we have a core, but if someone is interested and wants to be involved in that aspect, just have them reach out to me and I'm happy to talk to them and we can invite them to our team meetings too.
And then we have what airport should we book to? And I would say either Midway or O'Hare are both fine. And you can get into downtown pretty easily from either one. Shasta or John, do you have any other way in on that?
No, no. I would say, I would say that they both are solid. Are solid options, just depending on which flights that you find that work the best. That work the best for you.
And I just wanted to mention, I paused on the question related to shuttles because in the past, we've had some member volunteers volunteer to pick folks up at the airport, Ursula. And so I want to double check on that before we just turn you over to the general shuttle.
And Ashley also commented there is the L, which is our public transport in Chicago that's easy to ride, and they leave from both airports to get you to downtown. So if you want to look into that, that's another possibility as well for that. And then somebody asked, what is the most common helpful sponsorship amount? And how can I help coordinate that? Coordinate and ask around that.
Danny Ward.
Danny? Mm-hmm.
Sorry, working on it, unmuting and turning the video back on. Honestly, the most common sponsorship amount, it just kind of varies. I think right now the most common amount is our exhibitor amount that we've received because we've got 7 people at the exhibitor level and 12 sponsors total. But we have sponsorship opportunities ranging from the $1,900 exhibitor table up through 7,500. There we go. And in terms of the best way to help is connections. And if you're comfortable making an ask, we'd love to work with you personally. If you just want to connect, sorry, I'm working to eliminate the word just from my vocabulary. If you would prefer to make an introduction, we will be happy to talk to whoever you connect us to.
And Matt Sheffield, this next one's for you. Can we nominate multiple people for recognition?
There are unlimited nominations. Yes, absolutely, Kendra. Thank you for that. And to answer Elisa's early question, how do we nominate people for an award? Excellent question. That form will be a broadcast message through email coming within the next 8 days. I've got you ear tagged here. So if you want to find out what these different awards are, those will be a part of the form. There'll be a description, but you can also right now go to the ACF website and look at the criteria for the forms for the different nomination awards. Thank you for those questions.
Thank you that you answered multiple questions. So Roger, I think that answers your question as well too. And then do we have a discount for organizations that bring multiple people? And we do. So Shasta or John, you want to weigh in on that?
John, go ahead and cover that if you would.
Yeah, sure. Yes. So if your organization is bringing 5 or more people, then we are offering a discount of 100 off per person. And And to get that rate, you can contact us at conference@acfundraising.org. And I'm also putting that in the chat.
Okay, thank you, John. And we did have, if you are wondering more about how to contact be a part of the worship team, Lisa's email is in the chat, lisa@midwestmission.org. And we had a lot of questions about the award nomination page, which is great. We hope you are all out there nominating and thinking about who you can nominate. And the link to that is also right here in the chat. Is there any other questions that anybody might have? Somebody did mention that Midway is, they find more deals there. And I know Southwest and Frontier go into Midway. So you might not see that in an Expedia search. Okay. Shasta, I'm not seeing any other hands raised or questions in the chat. So,
Okay. If there are no other questions and questions arise after we leave our time together, you know where to find us. Shasta@acfundraising.org, John@acfundraising.org, conference@acfundraising.org. Thank you so much for your presence today. Can't wait to see you in Chicago, February 23rd through the 26th. Register, take advantage of the early bird discount all the way through January 8th. We look forward to seeing you there. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.